Hello, everyone. This is Val, and this is day two of the binary options trend strategy that we're going to be doing. So, on the 1st of June, which was a Friday, was our first day, and we ended up, we did 20 minutes of trading, and we ended up with close to $16.89, close to $17. So, that's about 1.7% for that 20 minutes of trading. So we're going to be using the same trend strategy that we used for roulette, and we're going to use martingale, but at a different progression. So it's going to be 1, 2, 4, 9, 19, 41, 89, 192, 415, and 898. So we cannot go to the 10th progression because we don't have enough money in our demo balance. So for practices for this purpose, we'll just be going to the ninth progression, which is $415, which is the max. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, we only can trade during the active session, and the two active sessions that I recommend is going to be the US session and the London session. So avoid the Tokyo session, and also avoid the time when it's a lunch break on the US session or on the London session, because that's the time when there's not much volume and liquidity. So it could be extremely risky going into a trade and trying to do a martingale on that, which could end up in total loss. So, as I said, the first trade is going to be based on your judgment and based on the trend. So, in this case, I do see that the Euro USD is climbing a little bit. So, I am hoping that it will continue its trend for the next 30 seconds. So, I'm going to place my first bet of $1 on a 30-second time frame and put a call because I'm thinking it's going to go up from the price that I locked in at. But unfortunately, it is going down. But it could just, in a snap of a millisecond, it could just come back up above that call level. So we'll just wait, and we'll wait to place our next trade, assuming it's going to be a loss, and keep our finger ready. So right now we confirmed it's a loss, so we're going to go for a put option, because we want to go in the opposite direction on a loss. So right now, $2, and it's going the opposite direction. And it looks like it's going to be our second loss here. So keep our fingers ready, and we're going to go for a call and go for $4 because that's the third progression. So the first three progressions are going to be the same, like roulette, 1, 2, and 4. It's only the fourth progression which is going to be a slightly higher. Instead of 8, we're going to go to a 9. And from a 9, it's not an 18, but a 19. Because remember, we have an 87% is the winning percentage. It looks like this is going to be a win, so we're going to change it, and I'm going to keep to a call because that's the trend and we won on the previous bet. So we always want to follow up with winning in the same direction, and we go to a base amount of $1. So we started at 7:45 today, so we're going to be doing our trading till about 8:05 today. So far, so good. We are in the trend and we are positive. So that is a win. We're going to go for the next trade, which is also a $1 and a call. Remember, this is, you got to be fast on your fingers because we're doing a 30-second interval. So you got to make sure in the last few seconds, if you notice that you're way above or way below your target, you need to keep your fingers ready for the next bet. So if you're at a loss, you need to go ahead and go to the second progression. If you're a win, stick with the same amount. So in this case, we lost, so we're going to go for a $2 put. You notice that it takes about 1.2, 1.3 seconds for it to actually place the trade after you have actually clicked on the put or the call. So right now we are at a very safe margin, so we should go ahead and place our $1 and wait for it to expire and transition the next position over so that there's no gap between intervals. The gap is what could be extremely critical due to the volatility. Because the execution is key. You need to make sure that the next trade follows the previous trade. Almost, it's like running the it's like running the relay in a 4x100 race in which the baton gets passed from one runner to the next. There has to be perfect transition, and the same concept holds for binary options. So let's go ahead, and we know that this is going to be a win. So we're going to be placing a $1 call because we won on a $2 call. You're going to go down 1. Always, with a win, we always go down to $1. With a loss, we go up to the next progression. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a win. So as soon as you see it closing, you're going to see like a circle. And within that circle, it's going to tell you whether you won or lost. So at that point, you can actually go ahead and place the trade. So we started at $16.89 of profit from day 1. So we're at $19.59 right now. Right now, this looks like it's going to be a loss. So place your fingers at the $2 amount and go for the put. Now, if the price starts and ends in the same position, it's going to be a push, and you're going to be losing about 13%. So in that case, you should still go ahead and place that same wager amount. That's a win. So in case, suppose that you placed a $1 bet and the price ends up where it started, so you actually be losing 13 cents. So just go ahead and place the same $1 bet in the same direction. So just ignore the 13% loss for a moment. Don't think that you have to double up at that point, because it's not necessary. You want to take as much less risk as possible and not deplete our balance. I mean, we're already getting good 87% gains on a win. So taking a 13% loss once in a while is okay. We should not be greedy and try to double up at that point. So right now, I think we have a safe margin, but right now we're just a sliver away from the entry point. So we're just gonna, I think right now we are pretty safe, and we can go ahead and place a $1 call at the same position. If you notice, we exited, we entered a position at 752.42. So at about the 753.12 was when we got. So we got in 2 seconds after. You notice this is where we exited a call. This is where we entered a call again. So you see that gap. We could have got a better execution on that price, but we did not, because of the delay in transmitting the order from our end to their end. So that's where the broker gains, because of the time delay and the volatility. So you got to be really careful about that. That you have to place the order as soon as the previous order expires. But there's certain things that are beyond your control. Even in this case, it took about 753.50, so we're looking at about 754.20. We got in at 724.23, so it's about 3-second delay. Even if we did, even after doing a perfect execution. So there's something that we don't have any control over. Try to be as quick as we can. So that was 24.54, and we got in at 54 exactly. So this was a perfect execution, as you can see. A perfect transition. So it looks like we've got a big down spike and a big trend down. Now a little bit of retracing, a little bit going down. That was a good win for us. And we started at 7. What time did we start at? 7:45, I believe. Yes, so we're going to 8:05. 10 more minutes. Okay, looks like that's going to be a loss. Keep our fingers ready and go for the call for $2. Six seconds. So we're a sliver away from profit. Now we had a loss, so we're going to go to $4 right now on the put. So it could go either way. I mean, you might think that you're having a good gain, but then they could just completely reverse in a millisecond. Or you could be thinking, it's a big loss, but then, it could turn back and you might actually end up with a gain. So it's a pretty volatile market, so please be aware of that. Just because you're in a lead or at a significant gain does not mean anything. Just like a game of tennis, you might be 2 sets down, but you could end up winning the next 3. So you should never give up. You should always think that there is a hope that it could turn around. Okay, it looks like this one is good. So we're going to do a put again. So another 8 more minutes to go. And at the 8:05 mark, if we are at the second or third progression and it's still a loss, we're going to continue on till we make that gain. That's when we're going to stop. Because we don't want to end up going up 6 or 7 progressions in a loss, and then say, hey, it's 805. It's time to get out. Um, we will always want to stop when we are ahead. And with the martingale progression, every time you win, you're ahead. That's the beauty of martingale. With all other methods, it's very difficult to keep track of. You could be way down before you could recover. Martingale is, I do agree, a little more risky, but you can always keep track of where you are, because a win is a gain, and you just go forward from there. So the other strategy besides martingale we want to go for even lower risk is called the D. Lambert strategy. Um, that is you. If you start with the $1, if you lose, you go to $2. If you lose, you go to a $3. So you just keep on adding one. And if you win, you go down $1. So for example, if we lost 9 times in a row and we won on the 10th one, you will just end up going $1 down on the next bet. Okay, we have another 6 minutes left, and we have made about $10.40. So, I believe we could, in 20 minutes, we can make about an average of $14 to $15. That's my estimate. We don't get a huge number of progressions that we have to chase all the time. We end up winning in our first or second or third, we should be on goal to achieve our target of $15 in 20 minutes. That's what's been happening. If you notice, the last 3 wins that we have are all at the $1 level. Okay, that is a win again. We have 4 wins right now at the $1 level, which is the first progression. And we have exactly 4 minutes left. So let's see. So based on this test, you know when I started, when I'm going to finish, and tomorrow for the next day, you're going to know when we started the previous day. So there's going to be no issue about transparency. I'm entirely transparent with you, so we can test this honestly and following all the rules. We always trade in an active session, so this is an active session right now. It's 8 a.m. right now, which means it's about 11 a.m. on the West Coast, sorry, on the East Coast, which is New York, and that's where majority of the trading volume happens, is in New York at this particular time. Okay, looks like this is a win. So this time it took us 3 progressions to win. So we have 2 minutes left, and let's see. Right, big dip, as you can see. So place your fingers for a $2 put option. Alright, looks like we are break even right now. Now we are at a loss. So winning to a break even to a loss, and now back to a win. Now a loss again. So $4 and a call. So you notice the volatility in just a millisecond, going up and coming down. So we got a loss, we break even, we were a win, and we're at a loss again, and a win again, and a loss again. So this time there was no zigzag, the US just went straight up. So this looks like this is going to be a win, high probability of a win, with 1 second left. Okay, so now we have just 1 more minute. We're close to the $15 of earnings. If we go to from 1017, we go to 1032, we would be at our target. It looks like this is going to be a win 99% of the time. Yes, it's a win right now. So right now we are at 1031.95, including the bet that we placed. So it's 8:05. So this is our last trade, provided this is a win. If not, we're going to be continuing our wagering up to the level that we want, and then we're going to get out. So right now this looks like it's going to be a loss, so we're going to continue trading for about a few more minutes, I would think, at the most. Okay, this is a sliver above. Okay, now it's a loss. We had a slight win. Just got to be patient, because it could take, as I told you, it could take up to 10 progressions. We don't know. Okay, that's a loss again. So we're going to go for the $4 call. Yes, it looks like that's a win. If we get this win, then we're going to go ahead and stop trading. It looks like prospects are good, because we are way above, almost 1.5 pips above. So this looks like it's going to be a win, and that's the end of trading for today. So it started with 1016.89. We are at 1032.43. So we are slightly above $15 in profit, which was our target. But regardless of what our target is, we should not continue beyond the time allotted. But we did manage to reach our target, which is a good thing. All right. So day 2, it's a success, and it was pretty much smooth. We did not go beyond $4, which is our third progression, and it's been great. So let's see what holds for us tomorrow. Remember, we're only going to be trading from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday the market is closed. Sunday only the Tokyo session is open in the evening. And I told you we need to avoid the Tokyo session because it's not an actively traded currency. in the Tokyo session. Euro USD, Euro is the European currency, so London session and the US session are going to be primarily the active sessions for this currency. All right. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.